Okay, this is my game, and here are the features that it has. First, we'll jump into the game, and we see 4 zombies approaching, and our character to the left. In our game, we have basic movement. We also have a shoot button to interact. As you can see, we also have a game over screen, and it displays our score. In order to restart quickly, you just press enter, and we're back. And as you can see, both the character and the zombies have animations to go with them. In the game, the goal is to keep the zombies away from your base or the left side of the screen. And to do so, you shoot as seen before, but every time you shoot, it gets slightly faster and faster each time. The barrier here also has hit values. Depending on a number of hits, it will be destroyed, so try to keep them away. Oh. Another thing to point is your score is based on how long you survive. The longer you live, the bigger your score is. As you can see, if we just let them bypass the gate or the barrier, our score should end up lower than before. Only a score of 667. Alright, I think that's most of the features here, at least gameplay wise. Alright, moving on to the code, we can see that here's our main, here's our player, the classic, the zombie, the barrier, and the bullet. Though I'd like to focus on the main for now, since that's the culmination of all the other codes. We can see here the object loader to acquire these and load these in. And here we have tagged as miscellaneous. I had that just for the extra things like math random, the game over variable, music, background, and the score. Next we have the object info, all these being put into their own variables along with the math dot random so that the zombies spawn in different areas. Next we have the function, the key press function for the game over to restart and load again, along with the shooting. So whenever you press spacebar and shoot. From here, it's the update. Here at the beginning, the game over and score. So that score keeps building. And when the conditions are right, game over plays. Next, the character movement, survivor, and then zombies, and the barrier. Next we have projectile info. This one is quite long. All it really does is when the bullets hit one of the zombies, they move back 100 spaces, and their speed value gets increased by 5. So that way, whenever they get hit, they get sped up and knocked back. And the reason for all these is for the zombie 1, zombie 2, so that when one zombie gets hit, all the others don't get affected at the same time. Next we have collision. Collision with survivor and zombies, so that the game over conditions will be met. And next is survivor with the barrier, but more importantly, the barrier with the zombies, so that when each of them interact, the barrier HP goes down little by little until it eventually breaks. And this is for the zombie to the barrier, so that when they hit the barrier, they get knocked back just a little. And this code right here is so that is more of a failsafe for if any of the zombies don't interact with you and you just dodge them. So that when they reach the end of the screen, that's a game over condition. Now we have the draw functions, and here's the background. Draw the background, draw the characters, and draw the projectiles for the bullets. Here's the game over info, so that once it calls over the game over. And here in the game over function, we stop the music, we play the sound effect of you dying, and along with it is the game over info. Graphics, set color, turns the screen red. Here's the font changer, so that we get the special font. And along, finally, is here you died, here's the score, the font, the size, and the positioning. That's it for the main. Okay, finally at last is the scoring. If we follow your gradings, I feel like at the very least, possibly a B. At the most, I would say A, as my thing has animation, and to the advanced feature list. Of those advanced features list is audio and the text with advanced fonts. As we look into the game here, starts nicely, the game plays, the audio plays, we see the animation, interaction, and from here, it's the advanced text. Here's the score, and restart. Ends nicely, starts nicely again, repeats the loop. Things are functioning correctly, and the game ends again. If we go back to here, I feel like it fulfills what is being asked.